Hey guys, this is Sarah with SarahleeCrochet&Fabrics. I am making some menstrual pads. Just short story, I have a friend who does a lot of hiking. She mainly hikes around like lakes and stuff like that. And she does it for like, sometimes I think she's done it up to a month. And so she reached out to me. I had made her 2 pads with the wings. And I wasn't sure she would like them. I just kind of made them as a gift because she would be going on long period of time on trips, and it was just going to be lighter than the traditional disposable. So I made her 2 of them for her to try it out in conjunction to whatever she was using. Well, it seems like she absolutely loved it. And the pads I had made her before were the one with the wings. I made her 2 of those because her cycle lasts only like 3 days and it's very light, she told me. So I made her 2 just for her to try it out. And so she wanted me to make her some that were without the wings. So these are, if you can see, sorry guys, you know I work in the smallest workspace. These are the one without the wings I'll be making. And she wanted them light because of course she travels and she wants them to get dry quickly when she washes them, so she didn't want it too bulky, and her cycle is pretty light. So that's what I'm making. So right now what I have here, this is PUL. This is PUL, and I'm just doing 1 layer. And then this is Zorb, the absorbent part of it. And then this is PUL, which is leak proof. So that's the layer I'm sewing on first. I just went ahead and got that ready. Let me try to get in here. So do I need a pin or 2? Yeah, let me just do the clips. It's not a big deal, so it doesn't have to be fancy. So I'm just gonna sew all the way around attaching this. So here I go. Okay, so we have that first part done. Let me get rid of these threads before I forget and leave them in. So this is what we're looking at. Okay. So the next part, let me just see if I can make more room here. All right. So the next part will be this part, which is the part that will be touching the skin. So this will be the top layer. So what I do is that, because all of the top layer, if you can see, maybe not, I outline it and then cut it. So the line part where you see the pin, that is the sew line. And I don't cut it exactly on the sew line just because it makes it easier for me to get it more precise. So I just cut it about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 inch around the sew line, and that just works better for me. So what I'll do is that I'll put the right side facing down, and then I will put the Zorb layer down, which will leave the PUL facing up. Okay, so I get that already. I do pin this because I really don't want it to move around. And let me pin it closer so I don't have to remove it when I sew. Okay. And I just like to make sure I have it in the middle as best as possible. So that's how it looks. And what I'm going to do is go around the core layer again. Most likely I would just match my stitch that I already have in there and just go around all the way around to attach it to the top layer. Okay, so get ready for that. Make sure you guys can see me. All right. around there with no issues. Clip these threads off. And go ahead and take out my pin that I will need in just a second. So that's how it looks like now. This is the front. So it has the outline for the pads. So this is pretty cute. I love this. So yeah, okay. So now the next step will be to sew on the, let me get my black bobbin here because I don't want white to show. Be just a second. My scissors. I tell you, I can have like 10,000 scissors and I will still lose them. Okay, so this is my back end, which is fleece, no pill fleece. So I have that down, whichever side you can look at it. I assume it has a right side or a wrong side. I think this darker side is the right side, so that would be the side I am leaving down. And then I just match up my pad core and top layer to it and make sure everything looks good. Pull it down a little bit here. Okay, so now I am going to pin this down once again, all through all layers. Okay, looks all good. And then of course I will leave a, let me show you guys. Okay, so I pinned this down. I have the fleece layer on the bottom and then this top layer in the core, right side facing right side. And then I am going to leave about a 2-inch space right here to turn it inside out. And so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sew all around the pin mark for the sew line. So here I go. And I always like to start where I will be leaving the open. So let's do that. Okay, awesome. And if you know me, guys, I do not aim for perfection with sewing because, yeah, I'm still learning every day. Okay, so this is just how everything looks like. I have it sewn. I have my space to turn it around. So let me start by taking out my pins. And then what I will do is use my I don't know, shears to cut this. So here is the start, here's the space right here to turn it around. So I'm going to right after that start cutting there because I want to leave like a lip right here to turn it around. That'll just make it cleaner when you turn it around and sew it. So I'm just going to cut all around, making sure I do not go into my stitches because if I do, that will leave a big old hole, and yeah, I don't want that after I've done all this good work. So 1 second. Go ahead and cut that around. You guys know I don't edit much, so it's all real time. All right. I was so excited, guys, when she called me and told me that she loved them, and she told me how she used them, how she washed them. When I made the kit for her, I made her a little bottle of peroxide, which is great when you're washing them and there's any kind of staining, which is not always, but just in case. So I made her one of those little travel, it looks like this, little travel container of peroxide, and then I made her some washing soap bar. So that was pretty awesome. Okay, so we have this all here. You make sure you take out your you took out your pins because you don't want to leave those in there, and then you're just going in here and flipping that over. So let me do that and get myself a crochet. Well, nope, I have this little thing, so let me push it out by hand as much as possible, and then get myself a little crochet stick here, or crochet, whatever I have here. I don't know where I got this thing. Push that all out, and if you can kind of see right here, kind of like to just press it by hand. You can iron it if you like, but be careful with the back layer because this is polyester fleece, so If you iron it, you probably just want to put like a cotton rag over it and iron it, but I usually don't do that. Alright, so now with this little part right here, I just kind of fold it in and make it all straight. It kind of just stays in there so I don't have to pin anything. And so now what I'm going to do is just do like a real close stitch just around the whole thing and secure it good as good. So that's just what we have so far. I just like to make sure everything is good. The shape is as best as I possibly can get it. Okay, so let's sew it all around. Make sure you guys can see this little part. Okay. So I always start with the opening here because I just want to get that over with. Okay guys, so here it is. One perfectly good pad done and done. What do you guys think? I'm going to make a few more of these. I'm going to make 2 for her, and then I am going to make a few for myself. And what she said, she uses this as well as a regular pad. I find these, I don't need necessarily need them with the wings because these stay just fine. So that's why I'm going to make a few for myself because I have made a couple and I really like them. And they stay just fine. So I can wear these either even in conjunction with the pads with the wings, or I can just wear this by itself. This would be considered a light pad for me. So I'm going to make a few of these guys. And that's the print, how it looks on there. Pretty funny. I think it's pretty cute. Anyway, you guys have a good day, okay? Bye.